Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War Chant is going full throat. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Gators will kick it away to start us off. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Getting set for first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And they run the option. You can just tell, man, the timing of that wasn't set up well, and the quarterback looked a little bit clunky, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Scanning the field, it's Coleman Hope. Going for the big play. And he intercepts it. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the boys of old Florida are getting it done on the ground.
And you've seen time periods in history in Florida where they didn't care about the run. Spurrier, just throw it. Yeah, Jesse, throw it again. Yeah, throw it again. Just chuck it around. But I like when they commit to the ground game, have some success to create some balance.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They'll leave it with him. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. This rivalry only dates back to the late 50s, but what it might lack in long-term history, it more than makes up for in disdain, guys.
And historically, this game really has meant a lot. You go back to the 90s, this was basically a de facto national championship game before the championship game. Remember, they played twice back in 1996, the year Danny Werfel won the Heisman Trophy. So this game always means a lot.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. This crowd knows when to bring it. Trying to run, it's Johnson. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Florida!
And they just keep feeding it to their workhorse back to open this game. Great job in the open field. He's got tremendous vision. He can make people miss. You saw all of that on display here in the opening drive.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Complete downfield. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Seminoles were able to squeak out a close one the last time they saw the Gators.
And in that game, the Seminoles just made more plays. It reminded me of back in 1998 when we lost up in Tallahassee and essentially knocked us out of the national championship picture. That's the impact these games have in this rivalry. I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna take a shot. He caught it.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to get locked in the red zone. A lot of defense coordinators, they'll tell you, we'll give up yards, but we got to understand what we're trying to get accomplished. Great job down here near the goal line. This defense bowing their neck up and getting a big stop.
Tries again to get it in. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Trying to make their way to the promised land on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
And they had the extra point to finish the drive. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made. here comes the offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Just a little off. Incomplete. One final play before the end of the quarter. On third down, he drops to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Badger. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking for a crease to the left. On the move is at 30. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Got enough space, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gators! They thought maybe they could contain him. They thought wrong.
They did, and don't call him a quarterback anymore. Just call these guys skill players. I mean, so fast, you can tell the angles just get chewed up. You think you got a chance to catch him. Tell you what, put that in your back pocket. Understand, that guy can fly. I better make sure I take the proper angles when I'm chasing him.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Holmes. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
Second down coming up. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
With the catch, it's Tuafili. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Noles will try to pin them back with the punt. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Gators sending the offense back to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They'll try to pop the draw. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we faced. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
Wants to throw on first down. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Quick handoff. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting where it was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next time.
Back to throw. It's Lagway. Gets it out fast. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And the Gators are in the hurry-up. The give on fourth down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And how about the defense coming up big on fourth and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box and getting the big stop.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Leaves it with the back. At the 20, he's got space. Open runway ahead. The 40. At the 20. Touchdown Seminoles. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Getting set for the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
To the air, it's Lagway. Lets it go. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Noles!
Safety roaming the middle of the field. You can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Gators sending the offense back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Coming after it. He'll pull it down and run. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Dropping back, it's Glagway. Getting some heat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets away. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Comes out throwing on 1st down. That's caught. It's Wilson. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. Hit as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He'll need to unleash his thunderfoot on this 56-yard attempt from the right hash. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Seminoles will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll call for the fair catch here. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the 2nd half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the 2nd half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
You love to deliver a punch on the first play of the drive. They've got it at the 46 on 1st down. They're going to ride this running back.
They're strong and they're scrawled. Defensive tackles, they're scrawled. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
They're working that left side. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. The handoff to Johnson. Across the 25, he's got room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
And that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Grabbed behind the line. It's Webb.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
To the air, it's Lagway. He's got his man. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football instead. They throw it, catch him off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Got his man on the right. Touchdown, Florida! And that one will put him up here in the second half. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's looking to throw it. Got him downfield. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. He was lurking, waiting for his opportunity, and like a gator in the swamp, he went into the roll and got that quarterback.
They did, and I tell you what, when you want to be dominant in this league, if Florida wants to get back to being a dominant team, it's got to be guys like this in the trenches dominating football games.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll give it to Johnson. Got room at the 35. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.